First of all, I'd like to say that extreme disappointment and disgust amongst our family and the rest of the families by the action of the Kansas Supreme Court. We're all aware that there's plenty of corrupt and misguided activities that occur with our elected officials, but it's very disheartening that even our Supreme Court in the state of Kansas have allowed themselves to be politically driven by their own motivations to control their decisions to uphold the law. The Supreme Court should not be our fail-safe to ensure that these laws are upheld. Their job is not to create or change laws. Their attempts to do so have resulted in the Supreme Court of the United States overruling multiple times. We should not allow for this above and beyond, above the law mentality to go unchecked by the people of Kansas. The blatant disregard of the impact of their decisions on the victims, the families of the victims, and so many people that have sacrificed so much time and energy, such as the jury in the original case. After so many years of tribulation, it's illustrated that the Kansas Supreme Court shows indifference towards Kansans, and their job of ensuring justice has been found when a jury has found these people guilty. Now, my wife and I were married less than a year before these tragedies occurred, and I took for granted at the time that I'd have a lifetime to share with my brother-in-law. His life was taken away, and a jury of Kansans determined the undeniable guilt of these killers. As so many of the other families, my wife and I had delayed the start of our family to ensure that justice was found for Brad and his friends. We were devastated when knowing that not only did the Kansas Supreme Court feel it was necessary to retry the Carr brothers again, but individually, meaning we would possibly have to relive it again twice. You can imagine the way we felt. At this time, also our children that we now have would also be forced to live through this as well. The majority of Kansas decided that the death penalty is law in the state, and it should not be up to the Kansas Supreme Court justices to revoke that law based on their own personal or political opinions. If they feel the urge to change the laws of Kansas, then I suggest that they run for another branch of government.